soaking by the end of the game. Honestly, his tight sticking, his shirt sticking to him and everything. He looks fantastic.
Wembley beckons. Wembley beckons, boy.
Wembley beckons. I'm going to have to start sticking my last on street corners about the fort again there. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you.
Subscribe to Giles and Steve. Right, everybody, welcome back to another match preview. So, on Saturday, Sunderland take on the better of the two Bristols, Bristol City, at the Stadium of Light at 3 o'clock kick-off. Right, I want to get this out the way with quickly because I've neglected it, and both of us have for quite a while.
We said we'd bring them back, and here they are. The people who got the scores correct.
In the previous game, Scott, Andrew Simkus, the new time traveller, Paul Jacques, Dortmund, David Williams, Pad B, Darth Stuckus, it's a mad name that, the Bombcat, and Alexander Nielsen. Congratulations.
Well done, your names are in the hat for the Ajax 3-bird shirt.
And if you want to get involved, leave a comment, score prediction, get it right. Years I've got in that. And if them people get it right again, they got in twice.
That's just greedy.
That is. Right, Stephen, Bristol City played last night and they picked up a point.
Against Wigan,
aye. I was
a point?
expecting to win that.
Well, aye.
Right, QPR, Stephen. The lads put in a really good performance, kept a clean sheet, scoring 3 goals, could have been more. And they looked very good last night. Some of our football, some of our movement, it was Premier League-esque, may I say.
Well, it was some of it. I mean, Mowbray, he told everyone that he applied like a kind of different formation, a different system to play, which took the players on the pitch a while to get in. I mean, I think the first 20 minutes of both halves, QPR were probably the stronger team, or more on the front foot.
Aye, definitely.
The only real proper clear chance they had where Patterson had to do was the penalty, which we'll get onto in a bit. But it took a while to get into it. But once we got into our flow, it was kind of, and then by the end of the game, we obviously finished 3-0, but it could have been 4 or 5.
And then you've got to credit Mowbray, Stephen. He works really well with the young players.
Yeah.
He can bring them on in the career early stages, and you can see they're developing really well under him. He made a couple of changes.
Yeah, he did.
He dropped Dan Neil and Mitchell, obviously because they've been playing a lot of minutes. Didn't want to risk them picking up any little silly injuries considering the amount of games we've got coming up. And he brought in was the Bar and
my mate.
Was he the what? Luke 19.
How
could I forget that?
Mr. Sunderland.
And he scored.
Oh, of course he did.
He scored.
Of course he did.
There was questions at the time, but obviously seeing replays that it could have been offside, but no, he had to be there on the spot in any way to put it in. I thought the keeper spilled it a little bit, and then Luke 19.
He's already telling me. He's already telling me. He said, if you stick him up front, he'll be a 15-goal season striker.
And he's like, you can't score from the midfield.
And I believe him.
You know what I mean? Scoring from the midfield, put him up top. What can he do?
It was his first ever championship goal. Mr. Reliable.
You can.
You could be just thinking, right, what should we do here? What? I need this to work. Who can I stick there? Luke. All right, we've got this position over here. Who can we stick there? Luke.
Luke, that's the thing.
Oh, shit, one of the chefs is off in the canteen. Who can we stick there? Luke. You know what I mean?
Knocking fry-ups for the lads.
He's just some boy.
Yeah, he's very versatile. I thought that could be a problem. Not being able to nail down a certain spot, but it's not. It's not coming a problem at all.
It can only be classed as a good thing when you've got that one player who can fill in pretty much any position.
Exactly.
It's brilliant to have.
And quickly move.
Paul and myself are very proud to announce that this video is brought to you, sponsored by Sunderland's very own O2 Clean.
O2 Clean is a Sunderland-based company which covers the whole of the northeast of England. They do residential or commercial work and are fully insured. They have over 15 years of experience and offer 100% customer satisfaction. O2 Clean cleans windows, carpets, settees, decking, guttering, and they have Git Lang brushes what reach very, very high windows.
How long is a Git Lang brush, Paul?
Well, Stephen, the brushes are that long they can even reach them top windows right up there.
That is Git Lang.
But on Stephen, we'll talk about Jacques, Clarke. You know, a few people have criticised him over the times. Even Mowbray did come out and say he can be frustrating at times. But when you say the best in Jacques Clarke, he's up there with one of the best players in the championship, in my opinion. On his day,
he's got to be. I mean, I was saying, Helen, there was a few QPR players posted. There was a QPR fan posted. All QPR fans, can you remember when we had that player, Jacques Clarke, on loan? And he played like Messi for us. And they went, no, now they're going to have. But now he's here against us and he's playing like Messi.
I say that. It was funny, he ran up to when he scored his goal, we'll talk about his first goal. Class work by Cirkin. He got fouled.
Wiped out.
Got absolutely cleaned out. Fair credit to the referee. He played the advantage. The ball dropped to Clarke and it sort of got stuck under his foot. but he showed so much composure and good feet work to dig it out and put it in the bottom right-hand corner.
Through the keeper's legs as well. Not the keeper's legs, through the defender's legs.
And it was a really good finish. And his second goal, Stephen, I found this really good simply because he's thought about it.
His off the ball movement.
He's off the ball to drop back onto the penalty spot and create space for himself to put away. That
just shows the different class. He's got the different the way he thinks his brain is football.
That's what I was trying to say.
He's got this football and brain where he thinks ahead, and it works wonders. And like I said, this season he's got 6 goals and 6 assists. So yes, he can be frustrating when we're watching him at the stadium and you're thinking, for God's sake, put a cross in, or for God's sake, pass it. But 6 goals and 6 assists, it's not a bad return.
No, it's excellent. He's always in my start 11 when
definitely.
When we're going through the lineup. I want to touch upon Patterson, Stephen.
Yes.
And I'll let you talk about this one first.
Well, Patterson, right? People say at the start of the season, is he championship ready? The answer is this simple: yes, he is, and he's proved it time and time again. The only thing that I still like to see from him is I'd like to see him shout at his defenders more. Excuse me. Shout at his defenders more. Because just to show a bit more command, and if things go wrong and he sees it. For me, he's very quiet, but he proved on Tuesday night. He was dealing with aerial threats, the crosses coming in, he was dealing with them, and that penalty save, I've seen it from so many different angles, and it wasn't just a little flick save. He dove, and then he realised, I've dove too far, and he flicked his foot up, and I think it nearly cleared the stand.
It
was absolutely unreal. In fact, if I turn around, I'll catch it now. I don't know how he managed to get so much power on it, but it was a very athletic save. Showed his ability, his agility, and this season he's faced 3 penalties, and he's saved all 3.
And can you question him for being championship ready now? When people were saying,
definitely not. But look, there's a reason why Premier League teams are sniffing around him.
There you go.
He's class.
He is.
And he's one of our own.
He's come on really well. He's developed really well. We're sent him out on loan, like you see at Notts County. He was saving penalties for them in a penalty shootout, I remember. And I think that's one of the reasons why we recalled him at the time. Obviously, it was the injury to Burge's eye, I think, or something like that. Lee Burge. But, Patterson's definitely championship.
Oh, 100%.
Right, Stephen. Back-to-back wins. Back-to-back clean sheets. Unseen. You know what I'm like? 5th in the table. Wembley beckons, boy.
Wembley beckons. I'm going to have to start sticking my lass on street corners about the fort again. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you.
What are you doing? You can't say that, it's my cousin.
I've got to pay for it somehow.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Rich.
She's going to kill you. No, but I know what you mean. It costs a living fortune. We're going to have to start putting some extra shifts in, or start cleaning cars, knocking on doors, cutting grasses, here, name it. We're going to have to try and get to Wembley somehow, if we get there.
No, wait,
you know what I mean?
Still a long way to go yet.
It's looking really good, doing it though. The style of football, the way we're playing, it's really exciting. It's attractive to watch. This place should be absolutely chock-a-blocker on Saturday.
Yeah,
Stephen.
I'd be disappointed if there's not over 40,000 there on Saturday.
I'd be gutted. It's one of them, but listen, we're 5th in the league, we're in the championship. I'd say we're overshooting our expectations this season.
We are, yes, but now people are looking at us and they're thinking, right, we deserve to be up there. I think there's only. I was watching Mowbray's press conference today, and the way we play football this season, nobody's playing it like. I think there's only one other team that's possibly playing football like we are this season, with our speed, the agility, the quick one-touch passing, and the impressive way we're doing it. That's Burnley. I think they're the only, because they're a team full of young'uns as well, and they're young and hungry. I mean, they work on wonders. They're flying high at the top of the league. But there's nobody plays like us.
Injury-wise, we would have been.
I think that's what's benefiting us.
And if we didn't have them injuries, Stephen, early on in the season with the knee strikers, now with Gelhart, got it right. And do you know what we would have been now?
Oh, definitely.
Silly decisions gone our way. Obviously, red card, look, 1-9. We've won 2, drew 2, and then lost the 1. But the loss was the red card when it was I think it was -4 something here.
Aye.
It was that time. But the lads are digging really well. Like you see, another thing what we were talking about the other day and just before off camera, is the strength and depth we've got on the bench as well.
Yes. Aye.
We've got some players who can come on the pitch and it can hurt teams. We've got a good bench now.
Well, if you just look at QPR, the changes he made, dropped Ahmad, dropped Michu, dropped Dan Neil, 3 of our really strong performers over the recent times. I mean, Ahmad's been strong for the majority of the season. Dan Neil's been strong all season. Michu, he's played a consecutive number of games in a row, and he's been brilliant. But we've dropped them all, and we've got replaced with players who were just equally as hungry and equally as got the ability. And then, so like you're saying, the changes they'd made, and you were still looking at that starting 11 going, I'm happy with that. And then you look at the bench and you think, oh, look at who we've got above the bench, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. It's exciting times.
And although nobody likes to be dropped, like Ahmad, he wouldn't have been happy that he'd been dropped. I mean, he was fuming when he got pulled off on Saturday.
And I keep your eyes.
And he wouldn't have been happy when he played a QP. No, he came off when he started on the bench. But then when he came off, he was sharp and he was thinking, because when people get dropped, whether they deserve it or not, they come back with a bit of hunger and they think, right, I don't want that to happen again.
Exactly.
And Ahmad nearly scored against QPR and he possibly should have done better. It was that one touch.
That's what I mean.
It took it away from him.
It's more credit to Mowbray again.
Yeah,
he knows he's really good with team rotation as well. I'm really impressed with him. I'm going to quickly mention this because I didn't really want Egan on Earl ground, but I didn't think it would be as good as what was happening with Alex Neil. But I'm going to say it. I think it's a hell of a lot better. The way he's working with these young players and bringing them on it's for me. I'm really happy at the minute.
Well, I think for me, what it is, Alex Neil worked wonders last season, got us promoted, and this season we started promisingly, and we were happy. That's why I think we're all pissed off when he did what he did. But I think Mowbray has came along, and I think because not many people rather than me when we got Mowbray, I think they were worried that he was going to damage the good work that had been done. But what he's done, he's come here, he's nurtured it, and he's pushed it on to that next level.
That's the word I was looking for. He's nurtured it. He's nurtured the young players really well.
So, well done, Tony. Because I know you watch.
He does. He watches every video. I didn't say that because it'll get clipped in here. When you said that about Mitrovic the other day, it got clipped as if you know what I mean. Took the bait, didn't it? But anyway, moving on to the Bristol City, the better of the two Bristols. Listen, I'm going to say this. How the are they 16th? How? They've been on a really good run of form. They're unbeaten in 10 games. They've scored 16 goals in 10 games. How are they 15th? 16th?
Like you said, they're unbeaten in 10 in all competitions, 7 in the league. They haven't lost away from home since the 22nd of October. And I was looking at players that you've got to be wary of or keep an eye on, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 7 players written down, and they've all got decent things. You've got like Naki Wells, 9 goals, 4 assists. Tommy Conway, 6 goals, 3 assists. Wyman, 4 goals, 4 assists. Atkinson from the centre half, 4 goals, 1 assist. Then left back, 1 goal, 4 assists. Alex Scott in midfield, 5 assists. And then you've got Mark Sides, 4 goals and 1 assist from midfield. And you're like, how? But the way I can only think of the playing Nigel Pearson football. It's not pretty, it's physical, but they grind out. A lot of their goals have come from either set pieces or crosses in the box. They're a big unit, which is a typical Nigel Pearson team. The two
centre-halves, Stephen, they've contributed in 8 goals between them. So
I hope you weren't going to mention any players because I've just rattled them all off there.
I just thought, no, you've just said them all. Vidra and Atkinson, both of them have got, like I say, they contributed in 8 goals. For your two centre-halves to be digging that, you just know that they are a real threat, and we're going to have to be very wary come set pieces and corners.
Well, we know we're not the strongest at defending set pieces and things like that. But like I said, there's got to be a reason why they're not going out. They're not climbing the table. They might be unbeaten in so many games, but I think they drew in the last 7 league games. They've drew 4, 1, 3. You know what I mean? So I think they're capable of scoring, but they're conceding a lot as well.
Well, if you were
sorry, mate. I just do believe that, like I said before, not many teams play football like we do, and I just think that we're going to be too fast and too flary for them.
I was going to say something like that, but I thought no. We are. We're playing flair football with the likes of Ahmad and Roberts when they're linking up, and Hume likes to bomb on, and now we're starting to see Clarke hit form as well. So we are going to be too much. And Geldhart last night, I was so unlucky.
So unlucky. He hit the bar, he hit the side netting. He had another a decent chance. It will come from it. He'll be frustrated at the minute because he'll want to come in at the ground running, but
he's doing well.
He's playing, and we like to say we are doing well. No. So you can't really grumble.
No, you can't.
Crumble. Whatever.
But if you're a Bristol City supporter, can you please comment below and let us know why you're not higher up on the table?
Why do you think you're not down where you are?
Maybe
when you've been unbeaten in so long.
It's crazy. Right, Stephen. Score prediction time. It's our time. Well, hopefully I can claw back another one as you're, 4-1 up.
4-1 up, yeah. Go on, you can go first. I'm 4-1 up.
No, all right, clever clogs. All right, then I'm going to go for a Sunderland 2-0 win. The reason I've gone for 2-0, as much as we'll have praised Bristol City, is simply because Danny Bart and Ballard. Them are the two reasons that they've struck up a really good partnership, and they look absolutely solid at the back. And every time I've noticed, and you'll probably notice now I've said this, just look of Ballard when he comes off the pitch. He's just drenched in sweat. Shut up, lads, there, you pervert. I've noticed he's drenched in sweat. Like he puts a shift in, he grafts his arse off. and he looks absolutely spent when he comes off the pitch.
Soaking by the end of the game. Honestly, his tight sticking, his shirt sticking to him and everything. He looks fantastic. Right, obviously, game on Saturday, Bristol City, 3 o'clock. Me and Paul will be at the statue around about between 1400 and 1415. That's 2 o'clock and 2:15 for you non-military headed people. Come on and get on the channel, come along and see us. We'll have a bit of crack with us, and we'll look forward to seeing the game.
Well, there's only one more thing. Hit the thumbs up.
And subscribe if you're new. Now we're the lads.